The Red Cauldron, a 1.3 kilometre roller coaster slicing through the red earth. To win here, you must be perfect every time. No hesitation, full commitment. Maximum attack. Welcome to the FIA World Rallycross Championship from Nyirád in Hungary.
Look at that, what a view of the Red Cauldron as you come in on the drone. That's the crane in the background that we were talking about earlier. And apparently it is genuinely bungee jumpers. I thought my producer was joking, but I'm not up for it.
No, I mean, is it bungee jumping there?
Well, that's what he said, yeah.
Oh, wow,
I think you could never be sure with Matt.
Yeah. I want to give credit to the guys in the editing team. That intro there looks awesome. Oh, your voice as well. Thanks, the voice of RX. Andrew Cole.
Claudia cut that. Thank you, yes. Claudia, for your hard work. Matt says we're doing the opener from the bungee jumping in the morning. I say no.
I say yes with Andrew Cole. I'm going to film it.
Have a look at the standings here. Andor Trepak, I think, is probably the biggest surprise, Andreas, at the top of the Euro RX1 standings. Joao Ribeiro, we would expect to be at the sharp end of RX3, and obviously Kristoffersson is at the sharp end of World RX. But that young driver, absolutely brilliant. We've got RX3 coming up first of all, so we'll get some what you would have known as Super 1600 cars out on track, and then we'll bring you fully up to speed. So a bit of a front-wheel drive tyre warming going on down there. How crucial is that compared to in a four-wheel drive? Yeah, okay, tell everyone at home, there's tyre clean and there's tyre warm. There's loads of arguments about what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I keep saying different words every time I say it, but tyre clean or pre-start, it's a chance for you to clean the tyres. If, like up here in Nyirád, you're standing in a gravel paddock, you get some gravel on your tyres. It's good to kind of get back down to the track, do a tyre clean, get the gravel and dust off the tyres so you have an optimal start for the race.
Bottom of your screen, they'll be looking for optimal starts, of course, for their Quali 2 race. So there are 4 qualifying sessions, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 is how we refer to them. You do your times in your own heats, a bit like, I don't know, athletics, swimming, when there's too many people to race in one go. That's what we do here. They all go separately and we put the times together at the end of the session. You get qualifying points. They're not for the championship. They put you in order for the intermediate classification, which is just prior to the semi-finals. So the odds go to semi-1, the evens go to semi-2. The top 12 make the cut. Everybody else is done for the weekend, and then the top 3 from each of those semis go through to the final. Race number 1 of Euro RX3 for Q2. Coming up on the inside, Nicholas Gellins. Then it's Andre Souza, Rogerio Souza and Tamas Beg on the outside. So Gellins, Souza and Souza here.
Gellins has such a passionate team.
Yeah.
I see it.
Yes,
his
the
mom
keyring.
and dad running. Yeah, the keyring
yeah.
I have on my backpack. Yeah, great
He's
characters.
from Antigua.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so we
I don't even know where it is.
So it's in the Caribbean. So we have a rival for Fraser McConnell. So yeah, we need to get him up we need to get Fraz back here as soon as we can. So inside line, Gellins gets a good start along with Souza. They're very equal, the two Souzas. Rogerio Souza drops back. Gellins needs to stay up the inside here.
Andre Souza had a great reaction off the line. Obviously in the lead now with Gellins just behind.
Oh no! So Gellins gets hit by Rogerio Souza, loses out twice. I was just about to say he's got to run the car out wide, and we see a car off, pushed off to the inside line. That's Bay, gets pushed around. Didn't see who did it in the background. I thought that might go over, but luckily kept it out the barrier. So it's either Nicholas Gellins or Rogerio Souza in the background who's got into that. Right, if Gellins, oh no, Gellins, I would not have gone behind Souza, and now that's a disaster, Andreas.
Yeah, I mean, that comes with experience, you know. I know he decided early, but he needs to learn from his mistake, and you know, you never follow anyone in the Joker if you have the chance to go regular in clear air. It was a big gap up to Andre Souza. He should have stayed out, tried to catch down Andre. Instead, he's in traffic behind Rogerio Souza.
And looking at it as well, looking at certainly in Supercar earlier, you saw that Kristoffersson had to check up a lot more for the Joker. So in theory, he would have had warning.
Yes.
You know, that the car in front is going in. Now, if they're both committed, you're not sure. Yeah. But he would have had warning that he was going to go in front of him. So it's tricky, but it does take a long time when you're under pressure.
In Gellins' defense,
yeah,
it is very fast down the hill and bumpy, and yeah, it's not easy.
And it's fast, mate.
Yeah.
You know, the job is, and he's run deep. Sousa runs deep in the Joker. Is he going to lose out on the inside? Rogerio Sousa coming through on the inside line. Andre Sousa just manages to get back, and in the background, Gellins and Rogerio Sousa side by side. Now Gellins needs to look to cut back on the exit of this one and try and get him on the run to the first corner, but he doesn't. Rogerio Sousa holds the position.
It's tight and good, close racing here. That's what we love to see in Rallycross. Gellins had actually a very good speed in Q1, doing 49.6. We see Andreas Sousa had a 51.0 in his opening lap. Rogerio Sousa is having 50.8. So Gellins was quicker.
He's got pace, look, you can see it, he's all over him. He's absolutely, and now he's trying to look to the inside line. He's braved through there, isn't it?
Such a sketchy place to do overtake. I would say he should have a little bit, in Norwegian we say, ice in his stomach, cool down. Do undercut until turn 8, 7 to 8. That's a good place to overtake. We saw Belevsky took Mandy there.
Yeah,
so,
apply the pressure, make them run a bit deep, slot it up the inside if you can. Gellins through, has got
maybe
one more
also
lap
in between turn 1 and 2, if you can get the undercut there and be close enough.
Veg is still out there circulating. Tamas Veg is still out there, but a lap down after the issues. Gellins looks inside again. It is good to show them in your mirrors. You want them to be looking in the mirrors the whole time. Every time they see that flash of blue and red behind you, it's just another distraction. And this would be a good place too. He's applying the pressure really well.
Yeah. It's tight racing, like we said. These cars are so cool. I mean, Super 1600, as I refer them to, 1.6 liters engine, about 250 horsepower, front-wheel drive, awesome, screams like nothing else.
Yeah, they are great bits of kit. Gellins again gets alongside Rogerio, but Rogerio have the inside line. Andre Sousa is going to take this one and will cross the line to the checkered flag. So Andre Sousa makes it, and Gellins does get him on the inside on the exit, so Gellins gets there.
He gave enough pressure.
Done. 2/10 of a second he took him by in the end.
Yeah.
Go on, Niklas. And fair play Rogerio as well for holding him off for as long as he did. So that's, but Nick Gellins, this is a tough start, Andreas, because the risk is high. You say you want to get your elbows out. We heard Niklas saying earlier on, Niklas Gronholm was saying, I want to be aggressive in the start, but likewise, I don't want to lose out. You know, I don't want to get taken out. It's so hard. Gellins gets a good start.
I've seen Sousa all through the year, awesome starts. Here he should have had elbows out a little bit more, squeezed Rogerio a little bit more, then he would have had a clear line into turn 3 and 4.
Okay, I think Rogerio ran at the back of Vec. So maybe Rogerio Sousa would have got a penalty anyway. Yeah, they are saying so. Turn 2 and 3, 105 contact under investigation, which is Rogerio Sousa. Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Rogerio just hit the barrier on the inside, got a massive understeer, and then Nicolas Gellins could do undercut, so great job.
I think Sousa is under, Rogerio Sousa is under investigation for the hit as well on Gellins.
Yeah, it was another one.
So we're missing Levente Couture. Sorry, Andreas, we're missing Levente Couture. As you can see, he's greyed out in this one. You can also see his car's not on the grid, so that helps if you're wondering. Richie Skirklis on the inside, Samuel Kovacs and Václav Tuma in this one. So just 3 cars, opens up the tactics a little bit, and we'll talk to Andreas in a minute about how that helps. Thumbs up from the marshals. I have to say, I love the detail. The marshals are dialed. They put their hands behind the back at the same moment. They walk off the same way. It's really cool. Really nicely done. So green light, and Gerklis on the inside, who was the winner at Höljes in those treacherous conditions. He did not put a foot wrong in arguably the worst conditions, actually the worst conditions I've seen in a front-wheel drive race. It was horrendous. Tuma going from around the outside. Oh, and then Gellins says side-by-side Gerklis here. Kovacs is trying to come a long way around the outside. Can he hold on to the braking zone? Tuma gets into him on the brakes. The two of them have a big moment, and that opens the door for Gerklis to get away as they run deep on the dirt. And Gerklis ran deep on the dirt. Back under pressure again. Kovacs looking to the inside line. Where's Gerklis going to go? Gerklis goes standard lap. Kovacs goes Joker. Sensible decision, I think, from P2. Lots going on at the start there, Andreas.
Yeah, very, very tight racing. 3 very quick drivers, young talents coming up in the sport. I think, you know, Gerklis won in Höljes. He's got the pace here. They all know this track. They've all been testing here. Yeah, I mean, it was tight. Turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Great Joker tactic there by Kovacs. You know, at the end of the day, when there are 3 cars in a heat, they also need to work a little bit together, because rallycross isn't about winning the heat, it's about doing great lap times and having a great overall time. They spend a lot of time fighting in that lap.
When there's only 3 cars.
Yes.
When there's 5, it's kind of understandable. Yeah.
You know, you can do the joker, you can do an undercut, all that stuff.
Yes, so if you lose the start, just tactically get it right, especially when there's only 3. Basically, the leader won't joker, so if you're P2, you do, and if you're P3, you don't. It kind of, that's what I meant when we were saying at the start about the 3 cars. It narrows the strategies big time.
But as standing up here, everyone's world champions.
You know what, mate?
I was 18, 19 years old once as well, and
we often talk about this. The job of a commentator is quite tough, particularly for me. Less so for you, mate. You've won world championship events. You are entitled to say whatever you like. Me less so, but of course the job is to pull it apart, and it's horrible because sometimes you know, I think when I've competed in rallycross, if there'd been a commentator, they'd be like, Coley's terrible. And they would have been right. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. It's part of it. So yeah, we do our best to give them credit when it's due.
But that's something maybe they can take as learning, you know.
Yes.
They're probably going to do rallycross for many years. You know, if I could change something in this heat, I would slot in a little bit nicer, give a little bit more room in turn 1, 2, 3, 4, so the race lap time was quicker.
Kovac's made a mistake there, Andreas, on the standard lap. In fact, Tuma almost got the position back. Now that might open the door to Gertlis getting away. Remember, the joker time was 4.0 in the... Yeah, it's gone up by 4 tenths, look. Yeah. So Kovac's has lost 4 tenths to Gertlis on this one, and Kovac's, to me, looked quick. Now he's under pressure from behind, so Gertlis has got to get this bang on.
Yeah, Kovacs and Gertlis did the exact same lap times in lap 2, so, and he obviously dropped over close to a second in lap 3.
Look at the way the track's rubbering as well. We're seeing a blue groove now big time on the dirt section, left-hand side of the track there. You'll see it less in the joker because less cars use it. Gertlis into the joker, look on the inside line, Kovacs and Tuma coming through. Gertlis drops down the hill, Kovacs and Tuma will do the same, but Gertlis has got that done nicely. Look at that, he took another 10th out of them on the run down to it. So Mattias Gertlis comes around, the target time is 3:30.1, he should get that, I reckon, crosses the line, 3:26.5, 3.5 seconds quicker. Gertlis goes to the top of the table. Saw loads in there.
Yeah.
Having 3 cars gives us actually a chance to talk about the racing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know, there's so much going on normally.
I just spotted Dietmar from All Inc. Used to be my race engineer 2018 with EKS.
Yeah,
and Mattias.
And he's heading up now.
Yeah.
To look after Rennie or Mandy, I'm assuming, in the spotters tower.
Absolutely. I told him, hey, you need to talk with Rennie. I need to test his car. It looks good.
I need to tell you, Andreas is doing deals with multiple teams in the paddock. We love having him in the commentary box, but I'd love to see him out on track as well.
I need to come back one day.
Kovacs did well to stay out the wall there, and then when Tuma went wide on the dirt, look, Kovacs almost got to the lead because Gertlis had gone wide on. Look at this, look at the time lost when you run onto the dirt. Kovacs even gives him a nudge. He was miles back on the way into that corner.
It was. It's such a crucial corner. If you make a mistake there, you lose 2 seconds, you know.
So Mattias Gertlis with a great drive.
I call this, you guys don't see him, but that's Adam. He's with Karai. He used to be my translator when I raced with Karai last 2 years back.
Here we go, Mattias Gertlis, look at the top of the table from Kovacs, Tuma, Souza, Gellin, Souzavec and Kachor, but we have one race with 4 cars, the 4 fastest cars from Q1. Remember, the grids for Q1 are a random draw, and the grids for Q2 are a result of Q1. So basically, the guy on pole here was the winner of Q1. The guy in P2 was P2 in Q1, and so on. So that on the outside of the first grid is the slowest person, on the inside of the last grid is the fastest last from Q2 onwards. And Andreas is referring to all these people because you can't see it, we're in the studio. The spotters tower is literally 12 feet to our right, 3-4 meters to our right, and everybody heading up to the top there to go and do their jobs. And Andreas has driven for quite a few teams, so he knows a lot of people in the paddock.
A lot of cars. Right here now. Also, we got you know, Johan Ribeiro. It's been a master this year. Very, very stable, awesome starts. I want to have starts like he does. Let's see now.
Well, he's up against Komochi, Tejes and Senegaknik. They're all good starters. That's how you start. That's a proper RX3 car, isn't it? Just up to the limiter and go. Green light. It's a good start for Komochi in P2 on the grid, but a better start on the inside. Ribeiro got away smoothly. didn't get any wheels, but Ribeiro gets down to turn 1 first of all. Timmy Hansen is joining us in the commentary box right now. Oh, they're into each other's door. It's not almost in the wall on the exit 3 wide. Tejes trying to go the long way around the outside. Tejes looking to be on the inside line on the brakes up at the top corner. Oh, he has to duck into P3 behind Komochi. Tejes there nearly took advantage and went the whole way around the outside, but couldn't get there. And Ribeiro, the winner at Q1, leads. Timmy, welcome.
Thank you.
Good to see you, mate. Andreas is leaving, not because you've arrived.
I think because I have arrived.
They're friends now. They are genuinely. Andreas is heading out with the camera. So that's what we're trying to do here at the minute. We don't have a reporter at the moment, so we're bringing in the stars of World Rallycross to give you their opinion on the racing at home. We hope you're enjoying watching. Timmy, how's Q1 for you, mate?
It was a good run. I think I had a great start, but I was drawn on the outside, so it's and then I wasn't really brave enough to make a move on the outside. Following Niklas with good pace, but yeah, not really the best result so far.
So where are you sitting from? Where are you sitting overall?
I was third in my race, but Baby also went quicker, so I was fourth.
So you're outside again.
Outside again, yeah.
Yeah, that's frustrating. Turn 1, we've just seen what can happen there with these guys. Ribeiro, the only driver to have jokered so far, as you can see, is Senna Gaknik, and the top 3 stay out. We saw that it went on right the way up through the whole of turn 1 and turn 2, 3, even up to turn 4 and 5. We see in the action.
Yeah, I mean, it's turn 1 is very risky because you got that crest on the exit. So if you carry a lot of speed and you end up jumping on the exit of the first corner, then you know the wall gets very close very quickly. And the guys, I think, are going really good pace right now. It's the track is improving. It's turning out to be that tarmac line on the bottom. So you know the track is getting faster and faster, and Ribeiro is really making the most of that right now.
We've seen some mistakes here on the gravel section. There's only the one tarmac section on the inside, which you can see is you've got to be on that line if you want to get it right. But we are, Tim, I was just saying to Andreas, starting to see blue groove conditions on the standard lap. Not so much on the Joker, but...
Yeah, he missed it there. You see how you want to brake late for that corner because it's such a long braking zone, so you want to optimize all of that. But as soon as you get outside of this grippy line, you lose time. That was a close Joker merge there.
Yeah.
But you do carry that extra speed out of the Joker. So if you can maintain your track position, like side by side, you do have the inside for the final corner.
I love the fact the Joker... If I could design several things about tracks, it would always be that the Joker exit is on the inside, coming out of the following one. I would always have one corner going one way, one corner going the other off a start. There's so many little things that you would love to put into a track design, but this is a great place.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the best rallycross tracks in the world, and as me and Kevin have said, it's a high-risk, high-reward kind of place where you really do feel inside the car that you have to risk it. Even when you're driving alone up front, like these guys are doing right now, it's a pure race 4 pace. That's a...
Mistake by Ribeiro. So Gertlis's time is 3:26.5. You can see the target time, or we can see it here, sorry. You guys might be able to see it in a minute, and that's he's a little bit wide. No, that's good for the exit line. Ribeiro coming to take the checkered flag. 3:25.0. He's done it by 1.5 seconds. So Ribeiro's got the pace, even with a couple of little mistakes.
Yeah, he made some mistakes in the end there, but you do have to risk to go fast. It's very easy to underdrive at this place because you know it's intimidating going these high speeds when the corner is so close.
Very tricky indeed. So good stuff from Ribeiro. Gets it done with a 3:25.0 in this one. So he wins Q2 to go with his win in Q1. Let's take a look at the results. Ribeiro in the 99, the winner of round 1 with a clean sweep, and so far here on for another clean sweep again. He won Q1, he's going to win Q2. At the minute in the standings, he's leading, but only by 1 point from Rittis Gertlis. Gertlis was P3 in that one, so they're definitely shaping up to be the championship front runners with a win each. So good stuff from the Super 1600. Sorry, RX3 front runners. I'm still old school.
Yeah, you're too old for this.
Yeah, I'm just a traditionalist. You know, when we change the regs in 2027, we can change the names if you like, but you know, I still think they're supercars.
Yeah, they are supercars, and
you know.
But you know, look at the replays here. That's such a tight battle going around there, and with the RX3s, it's flat out the turn 3 right-hander. So that's why we see it so close there.
Oh, it's mega. And to see them go all the way up, as I say, right up to the exit. Between 4 and 5, there's that one strip of tarmac on the inside. Look at this, that was a little mistake. Not a lot, but enough.
He nearly got it perfect.
Yeah.
And then had that, couldn't really get on throttle and had to save it. It was very close to a perfect joker, and instead he lost a bit of time, but it didn't cost him the overall Q2 win.
No, he did very well indeed. Good job there by Ribeiro. Oh, here we are.
Hello.
Hey. How's it going?
It's going well.
They came to the studio a bit early. Me and Timmy was sort of leaning over the desk, looking at Track Max, looking at results and things. What a great place. I mean, look at that. Look at that.
I love this backdrop that you guys see here. And this
we
is
had to
really
cut the fence. They got told off for that. But okay, here's the qualifying points. If you're not sure how it works, very quickly talk you through it. So the 2 wins at the top, look, Q1 and Q2 for Johan Ribeiro, 100 points to him. Then you can see Komochi has been P2 in both sessions. Tejeznik has had a 3rd and a 4th, and so on down the order. So you've got 4 of those qualifying sessions to give you the order, and that decides who makes it through to the semi-finals. Now you can come down and see us in the commentary box. Now we're ready.
Hello again.
Yeah. See?
Are we looking better now?
I think, you have to with the lights on.
Stretch your back.
It's all good. So,
yeah.
Right, Timmy don't link through to it. Okay, fine. I just was told to do so. Now I'm told not to. I'm getting shouted at from all. I might just talk to Timmy, I think, and ignore the producers.
Let's talk some rallycross. Let's talk about what's going on around the track here.
Hang on, I think we're going somewhere else. Are we? Andreas Bakkerud, right. Andreas Bakkerud is out in the paddock somewhere. Let's go and see him.
Exactly right. I'm here at the FIA RX together with Juha Rutkinen. Juha, you had an awesome start. It was a great first lap. What happened there?
Some turbo clamps is broken and we lose the power.
What is your prediction now for Q2? You're starting on the outside. Who's on your inside?
I think Clara and Patrick and some Hansen, Kevin, or I'm not sure, but I'm out.
And all the other teams, they've been here testing, they've done races here for many years. Do you feel that you come here to Nyirád on your back foot and have to catch up very quickly? And how is that going?
Yes, it's really hard to find a good line and follow the guys, but and especially the free practice is over because we clutch problem and same clamp on the turbo. But I try all the time, the learning the track and find the good lines and hopefully we'll see.
Kiitos.
So problems for Rutkinen, unfortunately, with the internal combustion car. Timmy here, of course, is driving an electric car, and that's what we call the battle of the technology. So the 2 different types, there are favourites at each of the different tracks. I went out with Andreas Bakkerud to explain a little bit more for you guys at home about what that means. So 2025 Battle of the Technologies, we're here at Juha Rutkinen's car. He's running internal combustion. It hasn't gone their way so far. He won in Turkey last year, but we've had the equalisation of technology. What's the advantages and disadvantages?
Well, with the EV cars being very, very strong at the start, especially Lousada, which is our first event, kind of 3 hairpins, high tarmac or high grip on the tarmac, very efficient for EV cars, where the ICE cars have been struggling. But we saw Juha winning starts on wet in Höljes, so I have still faith in the ICE cars.
And there has been a little change. Now that change, Andreas, is that the FIA have looked at the data and said what?
They've basically changed the weight of the ICE car, reduced it with 15 kilos, and also reduced 15 kilowatts of torque in the electric car.
So advantage towards internal combustion. We're at the grid here, they're cleaning it, and the water is running away from the grid, and that gives away a little bit of the secret about this track on the start.
There is a little small compression just after the start here. It makes a big difference on consistency of the line.
So in the first 3 metres of this track, could we see the difference made? Might it be advantage IC? We'll find out. So we did find out Rutkinen did win his start with the internal combustion car. Welcome back, Andreas, by the way.
Thank you. Did you hear me saying Kiitos? That was Finnish.
Finnish, yeah. I heard some other Finnish earlier, which is like it didn't go out, isn't it? Because those are the words that Tommy Heikkinen teaches us, and they're not suitable for broadcast. What were we saying? I've forgotten. I've lost. What was I saying?
Starts.
Battle of Technologies, yes, starts. Rutkinen won his start, Timmy. But how is that dip off the line? We're all talking about it. You guys told me about it yesterday.
Yeah, and it's very subtle, but it does, the ground goes away from your tires, and the combustion cars have half a second where they can do the mapping for, you know, power cuts or reductions or anything. The electrics have immediately, when we let go of the handbrake, we're back on the driver's foot.
Right.
So to reduce the power for electric, we have to do it, you know, manually with the foot.
Yeah.
Just coming a little bit off the throttle, and it's so hard to be that fast and that precise, whereas they have the advantage then being, you know, able to do it by software. On the other hand, they have to risk it, you know, by going lower and lower on the setting. Hopefully they get that perfect start, but if they go too low, they bog. And
in an EV car, do you start with 100% gas? Or do you change that? No,
No,
I can see no. So let's say you start with 50% gas and then you feed later, or?
Yeah, well, typically, when here you actually have to come off a little bit for when, you know, when the track drops away from you. But then in the bottom it comes back towards you. So then you just want the throttle to dip and then be back on power. So yeah.
Right, let's get down to the starts here. These are all internal combustion starts, so we can get back to talking about old school rallycross. And we've got a few people who didn't have an ideal run. On the inside here, we've got Otto Horvath, then it's Mandy August, who came under pressure at the end of her run from Belevsky, of course, then Laszlo Kiss and Rennie Munich on the outside. Rennie is, has won a round of the European Championship before, is well capable of running up at the front here, but he had a, was it a puncture, I think, in the first one?
Misfire.
Misfire, there we go. So off the line, oh, no way, that's way too aggressive from Horvath out at the start, cut straight across the grid, but that's opened the door massively for Munich, who just gets the whole shot straight away. I mean, whoa, steady on now. Horvath is on an absolute mission.
I mean, that's the perfect start for René. He doesn't like to get into the mess of things. He just had that clear track on the outside. He was carrying the speed, the gap opened up, and he's always fast on track, but he's a gentleman, you know, come first corner.
He don't like dust, so seeing him up front, he can really drive to his potential. I mean, he won in France, Lohéac.
There is a lot of pressure coming here from Otto Horvath. Fair play.
Horvath had engine failure in first free practice, second free practice, and Q1.
No.
Looks like they've got the car back together now.
Yeah, it looks like it might be a threat, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I was wondering what.
Fast.
Yeah, it looked mega. I mean, it's super aggressive on start. I think moving off the start that quickly is making it
borderline. But as well, this is his home track. I know he's working together with the Karai team and family, so he knows this track like his back of his pocket.
So Munich continues to lead from Horvath. Horvath is 0.7 of a second back, but was much closer than that down at the end of the lap in terms of jokers. You can see that Kiss has been already. Laszlo Kiss, look at the indicator and you'll see that Horvath is in there now. That's why he's flashing up yellow. We're trying to talk you through all our new graphics. I think Q1 average joker time was 3.1. Now, if you remember in World, it was 2.8. So that's a little bit the difference in the level and probably also the average of the electric vehicles in the Joker too.
46.7 twice. Not the best first lap out there, but up there fighting in the top of the Euro RX.
They have the issue here with the track having been watered just before, so they actually do have worse track condition right now than the guys will have later.
But do they water the main line as well? Because looking behind you here, the hairpin turn 8, it's dry on the inside, wet on the outside.
Yeah,
but you know how it is, Andreas. Yeah. When they put the water, it always, you know, it makes the line narrower, or you have to be cautious on the first lap or whatever.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. As we see, René is diving into the Joker.
In the first session, they watered on the line. In the second one, they've asked them to water off the line. But as you say, it's still narrow when that happens. So August goes Joker. Where's she going to come out? Looks like she comes out in P3.
So Olink built that car for René last year, I believe, putting a Pipo engine in it. It looks very dialed. What did you reckon, Timmy?
It looks fast. I mean, I think that car is really good, and René has a ton of experience in rallycross. You know, he's pulling the gap here, and I think he's really, you know, putting in a good run. We can expect him to be in the final later on.
Trepak, earlier on, the winner of the first session in the Megane, don't forget. Great to see the Megane back at this level of rallycross. 3:08.4 was his time. Now, track conditions do change between sessions, so it's not accurate, but it always gives us a guideline of what it's like. Munich's good through the last corner, gets great traction on the exit. I don't think he would match that time from the first session. He wouldn't, but he's going to come around now, and the target... Sorry, it's the first race, of course, so he sets the target, 3:13.8. That would have been P6 in the last session.
Yeah.
So Munich takes the win. I'm just looking at the clock. Timmy Hansen, I think you need to go because you need. Where do you get in the car? Up here or down the bottom?
No, I'm gonna take my car. Our tent is just opposite to the commentary box.
When you do all the helmets and all the rest of it?
No, I drive down the car to pre-grid, and then kind of when the race before me starts, that's when I put the helmet on, jump in the car.
Thank you,
and
mate.
when is the time where you start hitting?
That's like when they give the thumbs up.
Oh, okay,
That's when I give myself a good smack.
Good smack. All right, best of luck.
See you later, mate. Cheers, Timmy. That's absolutely brilliant. That's Timmy's warm-up. If you haven't seen it, he always gives his knees a good bash at the start.
That's the start we're seeing here. Paul Kirsch got rammed.
Yeah, it was pretty savage, wasn't it? Yeah. Across from the inside. I mean, let me see. No, and there's no investigation. RX3 was contacts under investigation, but we haven't got any more. So, yeah, good stuff. Nice
drone shots there of René in turn 8. Love that corner.
Great stuff from the first race in Euro RX1, and we've got more to come. Look at that, what a view out on the track. All the fans were in yesterday. They're not allowed to put tents up yesterday. Someone messaged me on Instagram like early this morning going, good news, we've got our tent up. We're coming to say hello to Andreas. Like, that was Andrew and the friends who'd driven down from Austria. We've met some people who've driven 400 kilometers from Slovakia to come here and watch. So it's great to see. And this man's here, Christian Sabo. How's it going?
My teammate from 2018. Oh, good to see you, Chris.
What are you doing?
Good. I'm doing some spotting stuff. Performance engineering, this and that.
And who are you spotting for? Remind everyone at home.
Niklas Gurklis.
Okay.
Ritis Gurklis.
Ritis Gurklis, yeah, because there's a Niklas Gellens as well.
Yes.
Just he's doing 2 drivers.
Nah.
Good stuff, mate. Fantastic.
So now for him, I'm working for him for 3 years now. So he just turned 16 last September, so it can be his first season here in RX3, Euro RX3. But we've done Latvia and Lithuanian Championship in RX3, so he had some experience.
That's awesome.
Right, back into Euro RX1 mode, and we'll get ourselves off the line with this one. Attila Moser and Mark Moser. So it's father on the right of your picture, son next to him. Let's hope they're going to be good to each other in the run to the first corner. Nils Volland, who we know is rapid, and on the outside, Belevsky didn't end up at the back of the pack after his problems in the last one. He dropped it on the first lap, having taken the whole shot. So watch for Belevsky on the outside. The leader in the European Championship gets a great start. The Moser's equal to it as well. Nils drops back. Oh, he's going to get a little tag. Belevsky on the gas, one of the Mosers. I think it's Attila goes round. I think Mark Moser's gone round the outside. And then poor Nils Volland is parked down in turn 1. Waved yellow flags down there. So Belevsky leads as he comes around behind the commentary position here. Chris, that was a bit of a mess, wasn't it?
It was.
There we go.
I mean, Chris, you're from here. How many times have you raced on this track?
Once.
And that was last year,
yes.
wasn't it?
That actually was my first laps on this track last year.
Oh, wow, that's insane.
How was it?
It was great. So, I mean, you know, after 7 years in the Super 1600, and 3-4 years in a car, it felt good, and at the end I was third and was pretty fast, so I was satisfied.
Were you smiling? Was it nice to be back?
Of course. Yeah. It was actually emotional. My sons were here.
He had two kids, two boys back home. I went. Well, me and Chris go way back here. 2018-19, we were teammates, and then he came to Norway to visit me, and a few times, or one time I was here in Hungary, seeing his family, having a nice dinner in Budapest. Awesome to see you back here, joining us here in the studio, but I want to see you back on the track.
Yeah,
me and you.
We're working on it. We're working. All the drivers we're talking to, everybody is saying that when the regulations change, they're keen to come back. They need the cost to come down, and that's what the FIA are working on desperately hard to make it. It's very expensive at the minute. The electric cars were ludicrously expensive, and still are, I'm afraid. They're very expensive. The running costs are less. You're not rebuilding engines. Engines are like 180,000 euros. I don't think people understand at home an engine.
I think more. 180.
Yeah,
180.
It's crazy. So everybody's working towards trying to bring those costs down. And when they do, Christian Sabo's coming back, correct?
Of course, yes.
Yes, he said. Yes.
I want to add in here, Belevsky is doing a 47.5, 46.6, which is slower than Ready Munich in the previous heat. Timmy could have been right. The track evolution have changed a little bit. The lap times are slower.
Okay, there we go. So good to have both Timmy Hansen and Andreas Bakkerud in the contracts. Now Christian Sabo as well.
But Niels is fastest now on the track.
Yes, yeah, Nils Volland goes with the quickest lap. The little purple indicator on your screen tells you that, 46.5 for him.
Mark Moser is also just a tenth off Nils.
He's going really well.
Same pace as Belevsky, so I don't know. I feel, you know, I know Yuri for many years and he's always been in the top, and I expect him to be like 3 steps ahead of everyone in Euro RX but it looks this year that it's a little bit too much up and down. What do you reckon, Chris?
He was pretty impressive in Portugal.
Yeah.
It was not so lucky at the beginning of Höljes, but by the end he won. So actually, with this point system, he's lucky.
Yeah.
When we drove, you know, if you were like fast in the intermediate, then you were nowhere in the points. But now you get most of the points in the final.
Yeah,
it's enough to win the final.
That's actually worth pointing out. We'll talk about that in a moment. But he doesn't go quick enough to win the session. So to lead the session. Sorry, at the moment, Rennie Munich with a 3:13.8. He's 3/10 shy of that. We'll take a look at the replays and we'll talk to you about points in a moment as well. 2 cars still circulating. You can see them there. Moser and Volland. The older Moser, Attila Moser, with the Hungarian flag on the roof. Shame for them, but that's turn 1 here. I'm actually surprised we haven't seen more action in turn 1. Nils Volland with the fastest lap. That goes to show you how quick the kid is. Just got to get it together. Result of this one, then Belevsky takes it, but he's 3/10 of a second slower. Mark Moser, very impressive. Lap times have been impressive for Mark and for Nils Volland as well. Attila Moser involved in that first corner incident, so Attila and Nils, unfortunately, with big time losses, and expect them to be towards the bottom. This is what happened. So Attila's on the inside. His son Mark is just outside him, so Attila comes in, he tags the back. It's a tiny contact, isn't it? Big penalty for that.
It is hard from pole to see whoever's far on the outside, so it's typically a race incident here in Nyirád. It was going to be tight, you know. Yuri had no chance to avoid it.
No.
He got a tap there, so
yeah, tap from the back. So
when you're coming from the outside, you never know how much inside you can go
to close the door. Yeah, you want to slam the door, don't you? But you need to push it shut slowly.
Yeah.
So yeah,
a bit more, and a bit more.
There's the contact. Yeah, there's the door stop.
Did you ever drive supercar here in Nyirád?
No,
no,
never.
World Championship coming up next, guys. You can see down there. We just spoke to Timmy about where they go. So he said they go down to the pre-grid area. I think that's the shed, isn't it, Andreas?
Yeah.
Up at the top of turn 4, isn't
always
it? Up at the top of the hill, and then you drive down.
Yeah, when we go testing here,
Clara.
we always rent that shed and stay underneath in the shadow.
Whether it's wet or dry, you want the shelter, don't you? You want the shelter. Right, we've got 30 seconds to go for the last race of Euro RX today, Saturday. Remember, you can see the sessions live and free on YouTube tomorrow as well. Andor Trepak, brilliant win for the 19-year-old in the first session in the XGCK Megane. Damien Litvinovic, Mika Limitainen, Tomas Kurai and Zoltan Konstek on the outside. This should be a great encounter if we can get 5 cars through turn 1 cleanly. And that's enough to ask. So Trepak needs another good launch. Fair old hold of the line. Litvinovic gets a good launch, so does Trepak on the inside line, but they are 5 wide on the run for the first corner. Look how late on the brakes Trepak goes, gets a tap, runs it out wide. From the inside has got Litvinovic and Limitainen now as well. Trepak's going to do well to hold on to 3rd. Might just about. No, he's going to end up down in P4. So that's a shame after a good launch, but it is Litvinovic from Limitainen and Trepak is P4, I think, yeah.
Yeah, as I said after Q1, I was going to have a word with Trepak, and I went over and had a chat with him. He has never done karting or autocross or anything before. He started Rallycross last year, which is, to me, insane. He's got 4 races.
Yeah.
The kid is insane.
Yeah,
he's
really
such a big talent.
He is. I think his first serious rallycross race was here last year with me, actually.
Was that in RX3?
Yes,
RX3. Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it.
No, it was brilliant to see, though. You know, straight onto the front-running pace of Euro RX, which, to be fair, we saw it with Tapanen and Anderson last time. There are so many youngsters out there that we need to get up into the top level of the sport, and that's another reason we've got to get the cost down.
So everyone in Hungary, get back this behind this kid.
Yeah.
get behind Sabo. We want to see them back in the shape.
We need a Hungarian super team, don't we? Yeah, we need a Hungarian. Look at the commitment through the left-hander. It's still that inside line and how close you get to the barrier. Karai and Limitainen go joker on this one.
It's going to be tight.
Oh, Limitainen on the merge. It just gets a little nudge there.
Undercut. Here we go.
Trepak inside. So Trepak's got the inside line, and the McGann just runs Karai out wide.
Awesome racing out here. Nyirád is fantastic.
So Limitainen is down into P5, having jokered. So Trepak with the joker strategy here, Andreas. He's up into P3.
He's done awesome. And this is even with going wide in turn 8 when Litvinovic went to the joker. Trepak went wide, lost a little bit of time. Litvinovic was ahead. Trepak did undercut.
Yeah. Really, really good job with the tactics, done ever so well. So Trepak leads the cars at the joker. The gap is 5.3 to the leader. We know that the joker is less than that. So Litvinovic, without any mistake, should hold on this last lap, but he should definitely get Konček in front.
Except the fight cost some time for if Karai fight with, or if Trepak has to fight with Karai, then
he would have been in the mix for the win.
Sorry, I mistake Karai and Litvinovic.
So did I. Sorry, I was mistaking Karai and Limitainen, because everybody has to have identical liveries, Andreas. Now you see the real struggle of commentary, you know.
All cars are black and red.
Yeah, exactly. And Kevin and Timmy Hansen are coming for you. Yeah, those cars, they're going to have to change. But it's all good, it's fine. So Litvinovic goes into the joker, comes out in front. Konček does get into P2. Konček saying down there, sorry, Trepak I'm talking about as I'm looking at the timing screen, seeing somebody down. Konček went into the joker from P2, which gave that position to Trepak. So Trepak, the winner of the first qualifying session, gets P2 in this one. Litvinovic with a 3:10 is the winner of the session. Yes, he is. Dropping Munich down to P3. Trepak gets P2. So good stuff in the final race in Euro RX. Right, and look at the result in more detail, because I'm just looking up and down a timing screen and melting my tiny little brain. Damian Litvinovic, 3:10.7. The winning time from the first one with Trepak was a 3:08.4, but we have spoken about track conditions being a bit different. Trepak with a 3:13.4 is enough to go P2, so he will definitely be the overnight top qualifier. Rennie Munich gets P3 in this one, which is great after a DNF for him in the first one. Belevsky P4 after an issue in the first one too. So take a look at the standings after the... we're going to take a look at the result. Sorry, the replays first of all. Run to the first corner. Look at this. Did well to hold on to it.
Yeah.
But then on the outside, you can see already Litvinovic is inside, Limitainen is inside.
Yeah, and I mean, he gets the taste of high-level rallycross races. It's elbows out, it's MMA of motorsport. You have door-to-door contact. Here's the undercut.
Yeah.
Karai carrying a little bit too much momentum from left to right, and obviously went
pretty
ran
dusty
wide
too, isn't it, for the cars further down in the pack? You can see the visibility. If you're trying to hit those apexes, he's a little bit compromised. So good job by Trepak. If you think to come from P4 in the race to P2 in the session is a great result. And the McGann, I have to say, is looking decent here.
I'd be interested what happened to Limatainen, because he was P2.
Yeah, that's what I thought, 2 and drop back.
Yeah.
I was thinking that of the joker merges. Let's have a look at the results. You can see Litvinovic. So Litvinovic is in the TQ, because of course he was P2 in Q1. My bad, they're equal on points, but the TQ position goes to whoever was highest in Q2. And where Litvinovic won Q2, he is ahead of Trepak. But Trepak at 19 on his debut in the Euro RX1 is doing a brilliant job in the McGann. Karai is in there as well, so we've got 2 Hungarians in the top 3. Limitainen, Konček, Belevsky, Moser and Rennie Munich are your top 8 in Euro RX1. Great stuff from them on day 1 here in Hungary. Right, World Rallycross Championship round 3 in Hungary. The cars are down on the grid, as you can see. They're getting themselves ready to go for this one. Slowest first, remember, so the quickest cars will be in the second session. And we have got in this one again both of the internal combustion cars because Rukkonen had that technical issue in the last one, and if you saw the interview with Andreas earlier, you'll know he's not over the moon to be on the outside, and Timmy Hansen I think feeling the same about being on the outside in the next race. We're in Q2, there are 4 qualifying sessions, top 12 would go through to the semis, only 8 here, so they'll all make it, but it is really important about what row you get onto to get those results done. Clara Anderson on the pole, then Patrick O'Donovan, Kevin Hansen and Juha Rukkonen, so it's a 50-50 grid between internal combustion and electric. Rukkonen won his start last time. Tell you what, he's going to need a hell of a start this time to get from the outside to the inside. What's your money on, Andreas?
I think he have a chance. Yeah, he seems so...
It looks like he's listening, doesn't he?
He's so relaxed and just like...
He's finished.
Yeah, I want to take the start, you know. I'm on the outside, all in here.
Here we go then, full launch mode for the internal combustion cars. Rukkonen and O'Donovan, can they get it done against the electric machines? Kevin Hansen gets a great initial start. Rukkonen's equal to it on the outside line, but decides better of it. Patrick O'Donovan goes in hard into turn 1, gets the better of Clara Anderson. Great start by O'Donovan. He gets the whole shot, gets a little push now from Clara. The torque of the electric cars on the exit. You're on board now with Clara as we go up the hill towards turn 4.
This is exactly what Patrick needed. I stepped into their team after Q1 and I said, boys, sharpen up, get the start better. I mean, the pace is there. They have had single lap times, both in Höljes, in Lousada, and here, but not nailing the starts, and it's the driving is a little bit up and down. So David will be all over his ears. Get tidy, another mistake.
Yeah.
I get so annoyed. Come on, Patrick.
I understand. Clara Anderson was a little bit wide on the Joker as well. Rukkonen went with Clara, and again, he's a little bit deep with Kevin piling the pressure onto him. So Kevin Hansen in the dust, down in the bottom of the red cauldron here in Hungary. They run out wide to the barrier, into the inside line. O'Donovan winds that Peugeot up the hill. Different engine for them this year. I love it when they come past. Andreas, we need a selfie video at some point of the cars coming past us in the commentary box.
Absolutely.
Oh, he's wide again. Is it wide enough? Kevin isn't close enough to capitalise on it, though. So will Kevin go Joker this time and cover off the cars behind? I think he should, and he does. No, he doesn't. Was that a last-minute change of mind?
I think when he's looking at the splits, Clara, you have to
borderline.
Choose, am I going to be behind Clara or behind Patrick? Considering with dust, I think he did a smart move following Patrick. If Patrick tightens up here, he will be quick and hard to beat.
So they've got to get it, but if he doesn't, Kevin will get held up with him, and then Clara could well get them both. There's only a tiny gap between. I mean,
yeah, but you see every time he's doing clean work, he's gapping Kevin. So he just need to tidy up. I mean, he has skills to be winning races.
He's the European Rallycross
another
champion.
Mistake here.
He's 21 years old and he's the European Rallycross champion. I know he was disappointed after Höljes.
Hungary's big.
I saw his mum and dad yesterday, and they were like, "He's fine," and his mum said he's 21, and it's such a great point to make. He's super young.
He had a
he's
plate of gyros.
three times British champion. Don't forget, the youngest ever British champion, much to Dan Rook's annoyance because it was him before. Patrick comes out in front, and Kevin round the outside. Oh, spins! Kevin Hansen went round the outside of Clara Anderson, spun on the throttle. Oh, Rukkonen's in the dirt and can't see anything. Patrick comes on to the final lap. Wow!
Carnage.
Has Kevin got away again? We're looking for... Yes, he has from the commentary position. So Rukkonen lost time. And now O'Donovan's got a massive window out front.
A bad thing with the Peugeot there is that they don't have much steering lock. So when he got that angle, he didn't have more to steer with. So... I guess the center of gravity got better of him.
Yeah, for people at home,
because it wasn't much of a touch.
Yeah, if the car is in a slide, you can slide it to the same angle as the steering. If you go further than that, you drop the car. There's nothing you can do about it. O'Donovan on the inside.
Again, wide in the exit there. Probably cost him 3-4 tenths there.
I think Andreas might be going to see Patrick after this one. Just having, he was in there yesterday having a little word. I love how enthusiastic he is for the young drivers too. O'Donovan takes it 3:10. He's actually gone 3 seconds quicker than he went in the first session. But what do you guys think about track conditions? You're much better placed than me to talk about that. It's dusty now, so that adds to the wheel spin.
It is, but to drive in front for you, it's not dusty. So of course it was dusty for Rukkonen, but not for the first driver. I don't know how the track changes. It's strange because for René it was lower.
Yeah.
Then for who won the Q3? Sorry, race 3.
Litvinovic.
Yeah, Litvinovic.
Yeah.
Could do a great lap. But actually, I think his his time matches Patrick's time, so
Yeah.
it was pretty impressive from Litvinovic.
Yes, yeah, that's fair. That's fair, and he's the overnight.
And I think Patrick could have done 3:08, 2 seconds quicker without mistakes.
So that's roughly what you think, just looking at it.
Yeah.
There it is, at just a wheel off. But come on, Patrick. We want to see internal combustion cars in the final. Everybody, look at did Clara give Kevin a hand? I think there's a tiny bit of contact.
But as you saw there, he don't have enough steering lock to keep that or save that slide. You know.
I don't think there's intent in that. Do you?
No, it's very tight. Clara didn't see him.
No, there's dust from the car in front.
It's probably some food for the stewards to decide. I mean, it's a harsh one.
RX1 Q2 start. RX1 Q2. So I don't know. We've got something on the screen, but I don't think it's about the same race. That is on the right. Suzanne Hansen on the left. Graham Rodemart looking up at the screens.
Kenneth's there as well.
Is he in the back? Now, Kenneth, by the way, has had a hit replacement. That's why he's got the little crutch there. Me and Andreas yesterday went to the Hansen and they were propping the door open with the crutch to get a bit of a breeze through, which was brilliant.
It is hot in their tent. I mean, both they and C dealer team and KMS now, chargers and the coolers for the chargers and stuff like that.
People don't realise there's big radiators on the side of the chargers pumping out heat as they charge the batteries.
Said 52 degrees in Lousada.
Yeah, I think it was. It's a lot. We're on to the final race of World Rallycross day 1 here in Hungary, round 3. Driver door open for Niklas as he tries to get a bit of a breeze.
Christian, what's your favorite World Rallycross track?
That's a hard question. Probably, I loved Riga. It was a great track.
Yeah, Riga's sick. I would like to go back there.
Well, we'll continue that thought when we get to the end of the session. Hopefully we have enough time for a chat. Johan Kristoffersson, 1Q1. He's on the inside here for Q2. Niklas Granholm, the championship leader, is next to him. His teammate, that is Kristoffersson's teammate, is in P3. And Timmy Hansen, who was in the commentary box literally, I don't know, 15 minutes ago, is now down on the grid. There is a bird's eye view of Johan.
I'm excited to see if Timmy has already planned the undercut.
So away from the start then, Timmy gets a decent... So you hear the dip. You actually heard the dip there and the wheel spin come up. Veiby gets the best start, gets in front of his teammate Kristoffersson. Granholm's into the side of Timmy Hansen. Timmy's not having it though. Niklas backs out of it, and that's what Niklas was talking about earlier. Championship head-on. I've lost the start. They're all quick. Do some tactics. Don't smash the car up. Fair play.
Their spotters would have said that the first heat race were a slow one because too much fighting. 3 cars spun around and fight. Patrick was quick, but the rest...
So I hadn't thought of that. So they all know, stay out of trouble. There's no point in, it's not a packed grid, is it? And Granholm goes joker on lap 1, which is a sensible decision because also it'll get him a little bit out of the dust. Yeah,
he had a great joker, by the way. He hit that braking point and inside or outside line perfect.
Kristoffersson's in a tricky situation here, Christian, because obviously it's his teammate in front. He can't really give him any more than a hello nudge. He's got to do it tactically, and now his championship rival Granholm's gone joker on the first lap.
Yeah, I think they should split now.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's getting more dusty out here, and Ole Christian was the second quickest by pure pace in Q1. So, and knowing when Ole Christian is up front, there isn't many people or drivers that can keep his pace.
So let's see then. So Christian says split the strategy, and Andreas says don't do this. They decide to this time round. So Kristoffersson goes joker. He's going to be looking, or they will be looking. And in the background, Timmy's gone in with him. So they're both responding to Granholm. Watch for Granholm on the inside line coming down the hill. Not quick enough. So Granholm goes from P4 to P4 with the strategy, and now they're all dealing with the dust. Now Veiby's in a really good situation, especially if I was going to say if Timmy can pressurise Johan, but look at the gap Johan's got already.
2.5.
2.5. That is ridiculous. So it's
a big moment for Timmy.
Yeah, Timmy has a big moment there. Patrick O'Donovan's going to join us in commentary in just a moment. We'll get you on, Patrick, after the race, so take your time, just get your cans on. Massive pressure now from Granholm up the hill on Timmy Hansen as they go into the double left-hander. Coming through that long run, Kristoffersson is down to 2.3. Kristoffersson's taken another 2/10 of his teammate. Here's the merge. Veiby goes joker on the outside line. Inside line is Kristoffersson. Watch for this being inch perfect. And he's done it, as he always does, in 2 laps. Give him 2 laps, you get it done. Perfect first lap, perfect joker lap. Kristoffersson comes around. What's the target time? It's O'Donovan, it's 3:10. We've still got another lap to go. Sorry, jokers are played out. Granholm's all over the back of Timmy here. Where can he pass?
It's very hard. Like I spoke with Johan about earlier, it's not easy to pass on this track. Johan did a 45.2. I'm not sure what the track record is, but I think he's pretty damn close.
Yeah, very impressive indeed. Wasn't it 45.2 earlier with a 45.1 off the start? I'm sure that's what we scribbled down. So he might have done the same lap times in Q1 and Q2. Let's bring Patrick in as well. Patrick, just hot out the car. We'll have a decent chat with you afterwards. We're getting him a drink past Jim. How's it going, dude? Good race.
Thank you. That was warm. I had a gear issue, though. It was jumping in and out of second gear. So I thought at first it was just the selector on the front, like the electronica, like where it tells
the indicator.
The indicator for the gear, but...
Let's check the time. Kristoffersson comes over the line. O'Donovan's time 3:10. He's in the commentary box with us, 3:06. But where will Patrick be? I think you might get P3 in this, mate. Yeah. So Veiby comes across 3:08, and he does. So Patrick O'Donovan, P3 in the internal combustion car. High five for the noise crew. Well done. We'll get the lights on in the studio here for brighten things up a bit. Patrick's proper sweating out. I am too, mate, and I'm not wearing a race suit. Let's have a look then. Johan Kristoffersson takes the win with a great tactical drive. 2 brilliant laps in the middle of the race, just to edge his teammate Veiby by 1.8 seconds. Timmy Hansen, Nicholas Granholm with a little scrap towards the back. Both of them having, well, Timmy had a moment, of course, up in turn 1. Ow, something's just bitten me big time. But genuinely. Meanwhile, the guys over here are all pinching each other. Kristoffersson taking the session here from Christian Veiby, Ole Christian Veiby. Patrick O'Donovan gets P3, Timmy Hansen, Clara Anderson, Nicholas Granholm, Rukkonen down in P7, and Kevin Hansen in P8. Those are your rankings for Q2 of World Rallycross. Let's take a look at the replays of this. As you see Kristoffersson undoing the belts away from the start, lads. Talk us through this.
Yeah, it was a good start from Ole Christian there. He had a great launch. I think actually the reaction time was won by Timmy, but the procedure was better from Ole Christian. Ole Christian is a great driver. Awesome to see him in rallying, in rallycross. He has a very tough style. He struggled with the Husier tire, which you need to be kind of a little bit more narrower and smoother with to drive. But this track fits him.
Great stuff on the strategy. This was Timmy coming out in front. So where did Timmy have the moment? Up in turn 1, Andreas?
Turn 1 to 2. I believe on this next lap. Oh.
This is the merge at the end.
Yeah. Johan got the better and got the gap.
Yeah, and the lap 3 that was. It's this lap, isn't it, that Timmy has the moment. We're not going to see it. Over the line, Kristoffersson takes it.
He also did a 45.1 in his last lap.
Can I just point out as well, he is within 1/10 of a second of his time from Q1. So Johan Kristoffersson, Q1 and Q2, within 1/10 of a second of each other. It's enough to win both the sessions. He's the overnight top qualifier from his teammate OC Veiby. Nicholas Granholm is P3. Patrick O'Donovan is the highest scoring internal combustion car in P4. Then it's Timmy Hansen, Clara Anderson, Juha Rukkonen and Kevin Hansen. Great stuff from day 1. Of course, 2 more qualifying sessions to come tomorrow. So here we go, that's day 1 done in Hungary. Patrick here, great drive, mate. Andreas pointed out there were a few little things. So obviously you had a gear issue. Were you comfortable? Was the gear issue where the little white bits came in, or is there some tightening up for you to do as well?
Of course, there's a bit of tightening up for me. There's always a bit of fine tuning, and I made a few mistakes out there, but I think a lot of that was influenced by the fact that for some reason it was mainly 2nd and 3rd, and sometimes 4th, shifting between them. I'd go down from 5th to 4th, and it would be fine. Then I shift to 3rd, and then all of a sudden it would go into 2nd. And I was only doing 1 shift, and I'm quite firm with my shifts usually, just to avoid...
So it's quite a positive thing, isn't it? Like the sequential boxes,
yeah. It's kind of in or out. So maybe I clipped a tooth off the gear, and it's just jumping through inside the box. I'm not entirely sure, but of course we have a better time now.
I was going to say that it's a perfect time. Yeah. Not that you ever want to spend loads of money on a gearbox, but likewise, if you're going to change one, now's the time.
Yeah, well, I'm sure, because like the Sado gearboxes are really, really strong and robust.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll be able to open up tonight, and even if it's just 1 dog, they'll be able to change it, and we'll be good to go for tomorrow. But no, I mean, absolutely amazing. You know, with those mistakes, the time was still pretty decent, which I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, imagine without the mistakes.
Yeah. Well, that's what we want to talk to you about. Okay, so look, there's only a couple of. I don't know if anybody's aware. I'm kind of internal combustion crew, like you know.
We all are.
Kind of old school.
And also driving it, you know, with an ICE car, with having the shifter, with having the zone and stuff, it feels like you're attacking. Yeah. The EV car is a bit.
It's impressive.
It's awesome to drive.
Impressive.
It's super powerful, but it's, to be honest, as a driver, it's a bit boring to drive at times because it doesn't feel like you're pushing. The only thing you're pushing is the tire, and the tire is your limit.
So we came here. Rukkonen won last year, and of course, you know, he's had a top finish. Patrick, at the minute, you're the hope for internal combustion. I don't want to have the pressure of all the fans on you, but you know there is pressure of all the fans on you. So Andreas says, stop messing around. Take those 2 seconds, get yourself up into P2.
I spoke with your engine engineer. Just you wasn't in the tent after Q1, but I told him up in the game in the starts. And it looked like he did. So big up to
Tio from Oregon did an absolutely amazing job there. You know, this new engine is so strong.
What's the difference for everyone at home? How's the difference in feel?
The difference in feel is that the old engine was really spiky with the torque. It used to come in, it was like that, but this one's more like I know that may not sound too different for people at home, but it's much more range. I can be on the throttle a lot earlier, and I can have a much smoother acceleration on the graph. Instead of looking like a hockey stick, it's more like a straight line. So it's just much.
It's more like EV.
It's more like EV. It's much more comfortable to drive. It gives you much more power in the low end, a bit more torquey, a bit more what he's probably used to in the old combustion for him.
Yeah, we will. Johan, stick around because we're gonna have a little chat with you in just a moment. It's been great stuff so far from Q1 and Q2. This man has won both those sessions, and we'll be able to see whether or not he can do the same again tomorrow. So Kristoffersson is the overnight top qualifier in Hungary. Great job. Patrick O'Donnell's the combustion cars. Can he challenge him? We'll find out about that tomorrow. Just for our hardcore rallycross fans who are watching at home, Johan, mate, thanks for running and joining us. We know it's a long way from the end of the. Look at Johan; he's shaking his head. Is that not appropriate use of equipment?
I had it upside down in the gravel, Patrick.
Yeah.